Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bob Waldron and welcome to another product review. This product review is going to be of the Vertigo jigs. Now this is the Airbrush 2 rotary base. Basically this is a nice jig. Now this isn't for every modeler, right? I mean, you know, you either love them or you hate them. Maybe not sort of a beginner kind of thing. Right, personally, I'm the kind of person who likes to just take my model, hold it, wearing gloves so I don't kind of get grease or sweat on it, spray one side, put it down, turn it over, hold it another way and spray it. That's me personally. Jigs are kind of cool because the whole idea is, you know, we can go off, we can lay our model just on here like so, and we can spin it round, we can spray it, we're not touching it, it's all hands-free, right? We could turn it over, you know, and spray the opposite side as well. Really, jigs also can be good for kind of aligning your model up, sort of when you may be in the build stage, maybe you want to get all your wings nicely aligned and everything. But sadly, this one isn't quite cutting it. Just having a look, really, the instructions, here are the instructions. Sorry I've already built it and you haven't seen it built, but it's the instructions are very sort of kind of pants, really. It's really hard to sort of work it all out. Maybe go online, you sort of look at some pictures and stuff, see how you know, the manufacturers have put it together, and you kind of get there in the end, but it is a little bit tedious, right? Now it is kind of good, but then it isn't, because what we do here is we sort of lay this on like so, and I've already sort of spent the time actually sort of adjusting this and getting it all right and everything, and we've got that sitting on there rather nicely. Now sadly we haven't got anything like say measurement markers, or going across the bottom, or say going up side on the these jig bits here. We haven't got anything like that, so we can't sort of accurately go, right, you know, this, the height of the wing this side is, I don't know, you know, 8 centimeters high, and we've got the jig this side 8 centimeters high, so we can glue things in place maybe. We haven't got anything like that, and in all honesty it doesn't feel as stable, and the quality isn't quite there. For instance, what we have on these sort of fuselage jig areas here is you try and tighten these bolts up, and you could probably see, you know, it's just trying to squeeze, you know, it's just not designed very well. You can't actually get them round, it sort of cuts in there. You know, this side is even worse, in all honesty. I mean, we try and tighten this up, and just as we're about to sort of, oh no, this one was all right, it was this side actually, yeah, as you can see, it sort of really sort of gets caught on there. Yeah, it's a bit clunky and not sort of well designed in that sense, right? The other thing I actually don't like about this, you know, sadly this isn't turning out to be a good review, is, yeah, okay, we can sort of get it to sit on here like so, but as soon as we turn it over, right, so we can spray the underside, right, we end up with this problem of, okay, I've got to try and tighten this, you see it's locking, right, we sort of try and adjust it like so, but how do we stop this rocking? Well, you know, okay, so what we need to do is lower this to the lowest point, right, which there it is, and then the other fuselage one, let's lower that to the lowest point, right. We're still not getting rid of our hold on, let's get this on, we're still having a bit of a rock, but like if we try and sort of, this doesn't even go even high enough, the wing ones don't go high enough, the fuselage ones don't go low enough, and we still end up with a rock, which is not why we're buying this rig. And the thing is, you come along and you spray, and as you can see, it's rocking. You know, as you see, the bolts aren't kind of tightening up right. The jig just doesn't have that much play in it, so as we can, you know, kind of adjust it depending on whether we want it upside down or facing upwards. So we have all these problems with it, and then it comes with a hefty price tag of about £40. So it is rather expensive, and it's just not quite doing what you want it to actually do. It then does have these bits just here, right, so we can sort of lock our wings in, right, but the problem is with these is you need a screwdriver one side, you need like a socket or something the other side to tighten or untighten them, which is getting out tools and faffing about with that. So you've got to sort of lock them in. Right, and the thing is though, I mean, if you are spraying, I mean, yes, okay, we can sort of, let's move this out the way. As you can see, it's just so clunky and clumsy. And then we sort of, okay, I gotta untighten this, right. I mean, you can sort of bring it to sort of a nice sort of angle if you wanted to, but then you're locking it in with these, so from spraying, you know, we're going to end up removing these and having a blank spot there. You know, you can't spray it with them, and you can't really use it in the build stage to sort of lock it in, because as I say, you've got no measurements to get the wings height just right and get it all nice and square and level and the right sort of height, really, not easily anyway. So you know, it's just not quite working for me personally. And I don't think it's going to work for you guys out there. I mean, I have seen other jigs out there which, you know, are more sort of, they've got like the measurements, so you can get it all nice, square and solid, and lock everything in place, right? The ride heights can go up, and you can adjust it to pretty much anything. Whereas this is, it's not really adjusting to everything you want it to adjust to. Right, and those screws, you know, are a bit pants, as well as I did get one screw that was cross-threaded as well, which, you know, was a bit of a manufacturing sort of default, which is a shame. But, you know, I did have, I think it's this one, it's like proper cross-threaded, right pain. But apart from that, you know, sadly, this is one of these unrecommended products here at Genesis Models. This one, do you know what, I wouldn't sell it. I'd probably throw it in the bin, in all honesty. So sadly, you know, we have got an unrecommended product here. You know, it's just fallen short. It could have been good, but, you know, it just needed a bit more sort of better ingenuity and a bit more thought, a bit more intelligence into getting the ride heights and a bit sort of better quality parts. And you know, as I say, having those measurements on there would have been a nice little touch as well. And for £40, you know, they could have done that, but sadly they haven't. So apart from that, hopefully you've enjoyed. But until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll catch you later.